Don't you think you ought to tell me who you are first?
Why?
This podcast show is full of sugar and spice and everything nice and everything mean, explicit content and in between and whatever the fuck I fancy. And now that I have taken care of the disclaimer, sit back and enjoy the rest of the show.
On a bright, sunny, or rainy day, I can listen to Rene. Topics of the day: why sex don't match the love, our relationship sucks, why the boys play, experience immaturity, politics and currency games, economics, Spotify it, you can find it, sign of the times for the deaf, dumb and blind. Don't miss it, call the number one, state your name and what's your interest. Rene.
Hey, what's up? Hey, I see you in the back. I love it. I love your little barrette. That is so beautiful. Hi, you guys. Welcome back to the Rene Show. I'm your favorite podcast host that says all the shit you're afraid to say, Rene. And of course, I'm your favorite flavor of the rainbow. And we're back for a new episode. It is season 9, episode 3. So, it's only been like a week, right? But I know you already fucking missed me because I know you be twiddling your thumbs and you be like, oh my God, what the fuck am I going to do? Wait until she comes back. I can't. I don't know. What am I supposed to do? Well, basically, this is what you're supposed to do. If you missed me, then go and check out my other podcast shows, the ones from the past, the first, the beginning, the middles, the last ones, the future. All of them. They're on all streaming platforms. Again, you can find me here on Spreaker, my bottom bitch. Right? Kraft. I don't know where that came from, but just the melody I did, it sounded like the Kraft commercial. Anyway, all streaming platforms. I'm on Spreaker. She pushes me out, my content, then it pushes everywhere else. Amazon Music. I am on Spotify, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, Podcast Addict, you name it, I am there, baby. And all of the explicit content for your ears will be waiting for you. Hopefully you have your headphones in, as I always tell you to do that. And I warn you to do that because of the fact that this is something that you do not want to be blasting, out of a speaker or from your phone and just thinking, oh, okay, this is safe. It is not safe. You heard the disclaimer. It's gutter as shit over here. Okay. Okay. You can also follow me if you'd like. I mean, it's up to you, but I'm on TikTok at Rene Show. I'm also on IG. I know I say that with nerves and with being nervous when I say it because I don't know, sometimes I be feeling like I'm on borrowed motherfucking time when it comes to IG, but you can definitely find me over there at _Rene Show. I'm on Facebook. I have a page there. Rene Show. Heal the pattern. Yes, it doesn't change. Also, you can find me on LinkedIn. You can send me an email. You want to give me a little topic that you might want me to cover. You want to be on the show. I'd love to have you. StreamYard, of course, where it's safe because, we still masking over here. So I don't know what the fuck your people told you where you live, but I'm not for the bullshit. So anyway, you can send me an email, kreneshow@gmail.com. Check out the website as well, the Rene Show. Com. And I have new merchandise for sale. I got masks. If you checked out my YouTube channel, please subscribe if you haven't. Like, share, subscribe. Of course, YouTube is Rene Show. I got masks for sale for merch. I got wine glasses with my lips on them. It's not really my lips, but you get the picture. But there are a pair of lips on there and they are juicy fruit. So I'm just saying, support your girl. Cash App. $KR Show. All proceeds go towards my channel, equipment, etc. New bathing suits, whatever I fucking want to buy. No, I'm just kidding. I keep it real 100 over here, and I definitely would love to, of course, We don't hate on no donations, especially to keep the show popping, keep the sound right, etc., etc. But happy Saturday, mother suckers. I'm just saying, it's beautiful. Spring really pushed through. She fought back. She stomped a mud hole in winter and fall's ass because they were trying to really make her back down and not give her what she deserves. She deserves to shine out here like the sun and be nice and warm for everybody, so we make plans. But then you got the ones who are scared of the cicadas, which they're actually making as much noise. I mean, they're making a lot of noise right now, okay? It's like it's getting really popping. But have you really looked at the cicada exoskeletons? Like they leave like the shell, and it just look like little roaches. Like they're all just all over the place, like little roaches. Little roaches. And that's interesting that people are scared of cicadas, but not roaches. And I don't understand, like roaches go over the top of your face at night if, you have them in your house, and, it becomes a fucking mystery. Like, what was that? Something wet went across your face, your nose or something. Yeah, man, I can't do no roach. Okay, I can't do the roach, coach. But I'm just saying, these motherfucking cicadas are blind. They don't even know where they're going. They don't know that they flying into you. They can't fucking see. Just swat them off and keep it moving. Now, I'm sorry. I had to electrocute one motherfucker the other day, though. I ain't even lying, because he would not get out between my screen and my front door. And I was like, it's going to be me or you. It's definitely going to be me. That electric rack was like, and I was like, uh-oh. His wings was like, and he was trying to figure out what hit him so hard and abusive. It was me, bitch. Now tell your other friends, don't come in here. Y'all waited 17 years to come outside. Go outside and motherfucking play. Go play. Get your hump on, your fucks on, and take your babies back in the ground with you when your time has come to an end. That's what I want you to do. I want you to just be mindful of that. They are more scared of you than you are of them, especially since they can't see. Grab them by the wing. Like the last president said, grab them by the pussy. Grab them by the wing and flick them off and throw them away. No, I'm just kidding. Don't do that, because that's just mean. Don't do that. But anyway, how the fuck are you guys doing? You know what I mean? It's beautiful. It's nice out. I was going to do my show outside, but the way that my street is set up, my God, it's all this traffic. And I don't even know where it came from over the years. Like, it's a lot of traffic that comes up and down the street. You thought I was on a main strip, but I'm not. I'm on a freaking residential. I just watched a Bud Light truck come through my street. Like, where are you going with that? There's no store even on this street for you to deliver. Did you think this was a shortcut? Why would you bring a tractor? I don't fucking got no time for it. Anyway, it's Saturday. That's what I know. And I got a new episode coming today from the Spotlight Saturday Spotlight show that I do. You see, I do so much shit. I don't even know what to call shit anymore, But yes, my Spotlight Saturday Live is today with Mr. J, the supplier, one half of the Aries Lounge podcast. I'm telling you, I got so much respect and love for this guy. He had to read me to filth when I started this podcast shit and told me what I needed to do. And because of him, Mr. J, I am still in the game and I appreciate him. I hold a lot of respect for him, definitely. So he'll be on the show. So make sure, that you are tuned in. And you check out the YouTube page, like I said, at 1 o'clock. And I'll be chopping it up with him. Make sure you do that. Also, let's get into the fact of some things that I want to discuss. Of course, with my Rene Kool-Aid. And I also want to talk about my make me smile moment. And of course, the one that pissed me off. Now, I don't know if I did a piss me off one last week. I can't remember. I'm over 40. Don't fucking hate on me. Don't hold that against me either. But I'm just saying, I don't remember. But other than that, I do proofread, listen to my shows. It was a week ago. About a week ago. So I've been catching up with other people's podcast shows that I hadn't had a chance to really listen to as much as I wanted to. Shout out to the Johnson podcast show. They were gracing me last week. If you haven't checked that out, please do so as well. That was my Spotlight Saturday live edition, kicking it off for the season. definitely make sure you jump into that. So, other than that, I wanted to get into, of course, like I said, my Rene Kool-Aid, and trust me. Oh, yeah, I got a lot to tell ya. Yes, don't get nothing on ya. She. All right, so let's jump into it, everybody. Let's jump into it.
Won't you tell us all about it?
Start at the beginning.
Yeah. And when you come to the end, stop. See?
Yes. First and foremost, I'm going to jump into my make me smile moment because I wanted to keep it a little light and a little fresh, for the day. But to get started, I didn't want to get all hardcore in your ass with no KY. You know what I mean? Nobody would like to be dicked like that. My make me smile moment. The Olympics is coming back on. Oh my God. Are you excited like me? Oh man, I miss the Olympics. I live for the Olympics. I love it. I love to see these athletes do their things, especially when it's hot. And I'd be like, I wish I could run like that. I can't wait. I'm here for it. I just don't know what day it is, but I've seen the commercial, and I think it was one in between one of my in and out phases when I be pretending I am awake watching my shows that I'm supposed to be watching, but I go to sleep because I don't fucking sleep well. But other than that, they're coming back, and I'm so here for it. Summer Olympics is definitely on my radar. My other make me smile moment that I wanted to say was this week. I know it might not mean shit to you, but for me, I bought a case of Quaker Oats granola bars, and if you down from the 70s and one of them 80s kids, 70s, 80s kids like me, you remember that foil little wrapper that it used to come in? Yeah, if you didn't open it right, you might have had a real small paper cut, I found, yes. And you remember they used to be good. Now, over the years, shit has been trash, okay? But I don't know if it was because I really wanted that granola bar, but I swear, that granola bar, man, that took me back to 1985 in my kitchen the other night. And I was like, this is a good, tasty snack right here. They got the granola bars right in this box today with the Quaker. Somebody found the old recipe or something and was like, let's give them a treat. It's a mystery box. Whoever get it, they're going to appreciate this because they'll know the original taste. Now, if y'all could do the Reese cups like y'all used to do them back then, y'all to have me sold. But that shit was delicious. And it made me smile when I was chewing it. It was just you pick stuff out your teeth and you're supposed to really spit that shit out. Some people actually eat the shit they pick out their teeth. That was me though. I ain't even gonna lie. The fucking granola and shit, I was like, yep, nothing goes to waste. It was already in my mouth. It was halfway down the fucking throat. Let me help it get there. Let me get it out my teeth and push it back. And yes, I was happy. Now I'm gonna tell you about my piss me off moment, okay? Because, I think my son be really fucking with me, on the low, and I think he knows what he's doing. But because, I don't know for those of you who are out there that are no longer a part of cable land, because I've been cut the cord with cable. Yes, when I started adding up shit and was carry the 1, 3, 5, don't go together. I can do this fucking shit with a smart TV and watch the shows that I watch without needing the cable channels in the first motherfucking place. This dude logged me out of my fucking TV. And I'm trying to figure out, oh my gosh, what email do I have for this account? Now, I'm telling you, when you're over 40 years old, I'm going to tell you how you be doing your own eye tests and charts at home, and you don't even know it. And I had LASIK surgery years ago, and I felt like the LASIK baby is wearing off. I felt like if you don't get up and walk up to the TV and start scrolling to put your stuff in, you're going to put all the wrong shit in. And then I was trying to figure out, okay, so this is the email address. So what's the password? Because the password be like, oh, okay, I got 2 different accounts. Let me start there with Hulu. So one has the live channels and the other one is just like my little da-dun-da-dun one that have like extended little premium channels, which I technically cast that from my phone app. I know this is a long fucking story and I didn't mean to make it this fucking long. But other than that, I'm just saying, damn that shit. And I was looking at him like, don't ever log me out again, you know, like because of the stress that it took and the minutes that it took for me to not only create and figure out what the password was, but also just to keep looking at them goddamn letters that looked like they were getting smaller and smaller by the second. And I'm like, I refuse to put these glasses back on. What the fuck is going on with you? Why would you log us out when it's so convenient to just turn the TV on and it's just like, damn, here we go. But yeah, that was that. So other than that, and a little bit of sidebar real quick, because you know me. And you know what? Actually, because this is so dramatic. Now, I have said it time and time and time again that lesbians move at a very fast pace. Lesbians are like the fast and furious when it comes to relationships. And I remember talking about this one girl. This was earlier within the year that I was trying to like talk to at one point. She was very nice. She was cute. She was, you know, she looked like a sweetie pie. And we were going to go and link up, you know, once COVID kind of settled down and stuff. But just like a little chit chat and whatever, back and forth, stuff like that. And, you know, COVID pretty much is getting itself together outside a little bit. That's what you think, but whatever. And so I happened to notice that she was going on a vacation to Puerto Rico. And I'm like, okay, that's cute. Who's the, like, it's like a little girl's trip or whatever. And then this bitch on Wednesday, yes, this bitch on Wednesday posted WCE every day. Like, wait, what? That looked like the girl that was in the picture going to the airport. So maybe it wasn't a girl's trip. And then when I looked at the picture, nigga, this bitch went and got married. Like, wait a minute. You were just about to hang out with me, and it's like, uno, dos, tres. No, I'm sorry. January, February, March, April, May. What month did you get married? Did you get married this month, or was it last month? I was so confused. And I was like, these trifling bitches out in these streets, I swear, like, you know, so I'm just like, did y'all get in an argument? And then you thought maybe I'm going to keep my options open. Did you already have the ring? Was it a spur of the moment type of shit? See, that's why lesbians don't trust other lesbians, because a lot of them be trife as motherfucking shit and sneaky as a motherfucking jackrabbit. Just saying, the mystery remains. But anyway, I wished her well, and I was like, yo, congratulations on your union. Like, the fuck? Word up. Okay, no doubt. Keep it pushing. Anyway, listen, you know, I'm going to need everybody to check on the motherfucking writers out here in this world, okay? That's all I'm saying. Down to Handmaid's Tale, 911's, Pose, Chicago PD, Dick Wolf, Ryan Murphy. Y'all not okay. Y'all are not okay. And y'all are the producers, and sometimes y'all are writing shit as well. But the hashtag shirt check on the writers, because they need help. Something's wrong. It should not be that every week I watch these shows that I got lined up and I'm ugly crying. Who the fuck wants to ugly cry every night, several days out of the week, and then go to bed on that shit? I don't think anybody be at home like me. I do. I like to ugly cry every day. I cannot. It's too heavy. I can't take it. It came down to Pose. Pose was too much. It was just like, damn this. And then come to find out, they set us up with Pose because lo and behold, Billy Porter breaking his silence after being diagnosed with HIV for 14 years. What? And you play the part so well because in the show he has AIDS. And to imagine the fact of actually acting out a character that has AIDS, that you really do have AIDS. So I can only imagine how much it must feel to keep that truth inside, just like for people, which it takes them time to come out. And once they do, it's just like a whole weight that's lifted off their shoulders because they don't have to keep pretending to be and act of somebody that they're not. But other than that, yeah, shout out to him on the positive tip for, really breaking his silence and sharing his truth with us. Other than that, Paul Mooney passed away the other day, died of a heart attack at the age of 79, a comedian. He was a writer for the Richard Pryor show, if you didn't know that. He also did some writing as well for Sanford and Son, if you didn't know that. In Living Color, the Dave Chappelle show. Yes, I went to see Paul Mooney in a stand-up live comedy show when he came here to Baltimore. And me and my mom had a blast. He is one of the greats and he will be missed. He's a legend. So rest in power to you, Mr. Paul Mooney. Also, Portia Williams with her dumbass girl code breaking raggedy ass. Her and that girl's husband has been fucking before this all came about. Ain't nobody gonna tell me anything different because I'm sure of it. You don't just hook up and then be like, okay, and then later on y'all getting married. No. No, I'm not gonna believe it. I'm not gonna believe it. And what's really interesting is that, like I said, women are messy. All things can be messy. Women to women, heterosexual relationships, guys and guys together. It's just shit that can get real messy. And depending on who is in your company and your circle, please watch your people that are close to you, because that's the shit you really don't want to be a part of. That's the people you really don't want to be around and have around in your circle. You just never know who's actually preying on you, not praying for you, but preying on you, and more downfalls to come. So just saying, I'm going to need to take a motherfucking break from these shows until y'all get me something right. And it's always my comedy go-to is me going back to Schitt's Creek, because when I have to try to bring myself out of what the hell I just watched, that's my go-to show. If you got any other suggestions, like I said, please hit me up on the email and let me know what the fuck else I can do, because I know that these characters aren't real, but I put myself in the storyline like they are. I'm just saying, I feel their pain, and I feel like, again, I'm gonna break down based off of their story. So other than that, let's move this shit right the fuck along, shall we? So last week I talked about as far as how the new test, as far as sex test, is the fucking vaccine. Okay, because again, if people got their vaccine, they feel more safer to want to be able to date and just do hookups, random ass hookups, hook up Friday night, you at my house, let alone maybe Saturday, I meet you, we do this hotel thing, yada, 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 whatever. I'm not speaking of myself. I'm speaking for y'all motherfucking people out there that are hot in the goddamn ass. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. But like I said, people are starting to give themselves a little bit more, as far as when it comes to entertaining the idea of wanting to be in a relationship again, or just being able to have sex, one night stands, hookups, whatever you want to call it. And that's what you do, be as is may. If you like it, I love it. That's you. But let's talk about something that is a real issue. And I thought that this would be something to actually talk about this week, because now that we're moving forward from dating, how do you date? How do you date? Do you watch the person that takes you out pockets? Do you feel as though that you shouldn't be too expensive? And do you carry that with you and you have that mindset because you never grew up to have stuff that was expensive in your life? See, that's what I really want to get into today. Now, for me, I'm going to talk about me personally. Okay. The obligation to buy a gift, indecent proposals, still not comfortable accepting gifts, cheap date on purpose. That's me. That is me. And that is because I grew up not having a lot. I grew up with not having the labels. I'm sure, within my clothes as a kid, we had the Jordache and, Vidal Sassoon, we had, shit. We did. I have a mom that really was about fashion. She loved shoes. She liked clothes. That was her thing. And for me and my sister, we're 8 years apart. And basically, my mom was still able to find shit, be it as may, that we were able to match. And I was like, we're not twins, right? Like, there's a whole 8-year age difference here in the gap. But whatever, I let her have her fantasy, I guess. Maybe she wanted twins. I mean, she did name me after a boy at that. Like, come on, really? The fuck is that about? But anyway, whatever. And, I'm happy for my name. Trust and believe me. I'm just happy to be here. But when it comes to dating and even to my relationships, and I know that and if you don't know, let me pause this shit for the cause for a second. In the life, as we call it, being a part of the Rainbow Coalition, it's an expensive lifestyle over there. Trust and believe me, especially when you don't have any children. So if you have a partner and again, you all exchange gifts, birthdays, holidays, Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever. It's usually expensive. And people want the same in return. If you're buying me bags and labels, you're going to want something in return. And I used to actually get messed up in relationships at times because of the fact that I knew within my means that I couldn't afford probably what they really wanted. And maybe because that's why I'm a great person at budgeting, I could get one of those expensive gifts and then kind of be creative around that one expensive gift and get other little gifts, not something mediocre, but something that I felt would be useful and something that you need that, you would like. For me, I'm very simple and I'm very easy. I love dealing with shit that deals with my sign, zodiacs in general, altogether. But Virgo shit is more cooler. I love anything blue. I'm an accessories person. I love jewelry as far as earrings and bracelets, things of that nature. But I've never been the person like I need a Birkin bag, I need a coach, I need a Michael Kors, I need a Michael Kors belt. I know it costs $85. And in my head, I'm like, $85. You know how many car washes I can get for $85 in this nasty ass summer weather, spring pollen shit falling on my cars? Like, really? So when I go out with people, I try to make myself cheap. And it's really not hard for me to do that. Like, if you take me to a steakhouse, I'm going to get the least expensive steak. It's something about me as this empath thing that comes over me that I'm on your pockets. I'm feeling your feelings. I'm on your vibes. And I might have it wrong because that's the thing. Virgos are overthinkers, which a lot of the times we do tend to have it fucking wrong and fucked up. But on the same tip, I don't want you spending a lot on me because I know in return I can't do the same for you. And so at times I had felt and found myself like, well, I know if I don't have the money, maybe I can offer up something else. Like, I don't know, some ass, some head. I can make you a cake. I mean, it's one of my specialties. I know how to bake real good, well. But I just don't feel comfortable. And I think it's something like, even to the extent going out to any other type of restaurant, I'm going to find the chicken tenders and the fries. And I don't want to feel obligated. It's the same like if people send me gifts. And I don't know, I might be talking to some or one or several of you out there, but getting a gift from a friend or somebody that admires you, and you feel like, damn, now I got to return the favor. Like, yo, I don't have money to be buying you no random ass gift. And it's just like the simple fact that I get it. People do just want you to sometimes have something nice. They thought about you. They bought it. It's like, here you go. Sit down, relax, enjoy it. But on the same token, in my head, again, I'm thinking on 1,000. Okay, that's how my brain works. It's like, well, then what can I buy them? Well, I got to send a nice gesture because that was a nice gesture. And I really think of them as being a very nice person. But I mean, then it's like, damn, like what would they like? And I'm not a person that like to want to be in the malls like that. And then let alone I got to shop online. I might not have the money to purchase it today, but shit, like, now I got to return the favor. I don't like being placed in situations like that. And there's a lot of people who don't accept well. They don't. They just, they tell you, let people do for you. Don't question people's kindness and niceness. So my thing is, how do we move past it? How do we just take it in stride and just keep it moving and just be like, okay, it's cool. It's fine. Because I think for me, a lot of the times when I was younger and I would want to go and hang out with my friends, my mom was not that person that would come and pick me up or drop me off all the time. It was like maybe 90% of the time, and depending on what time it was, that she wanted to be bothered or didn't want to be bothered. My mom had an intimidating tone when I would ask her something, whether it was for money or a ride. It was always as if she was tired or, I'm bothering her. And one thing a Virgo does not like to do, honey, we do not like to feel like we are bothering you. Okay? We take offense to that shit. We can get offended by it. And so that we pick up on your vibe and your energy from it. It's your body language. It's your tone. It's how you respond to us. And then we learn from that to be like, yep, never do that shit again. I will never ask you for another favor. I will never ask you for a ride. So for me, if I couldn't get a ride from my mom, or let alone wanting to call her to ask her to come back and pick me up or drop me off, this is why I am like a top queen walker, because I will walk several miles until I get home, just so that I didn't have to bother anybody. I didn't have to put them out of their way. So like for me, dating, usually, I'm the aggressive type of person. I go after the person that I want, or I'll be the one to shoot my shot first. I do that. But then in the same token, because I've been single for so long, I've only had to really deal with what I wanted and what I wanted to do and what I'm going to eat. And I didn't have to feel any kind of way. But how do we move past it? How can we break the barrier of feeling that we are not having to give up any ass? We don't have to perform any head. We don't have to eat people's pussies and suck dicks and to, show that we appreciate the gifts and the dinner, because honestly, who thought that we did? Like, seriously, who had the idea in their head that this is what's owed? Because that's what we feel as far as within how we're feeling within ourselves. Do we feel obligated? And because of the fact that people sometimes think that we're obligated to return the favor, some people in their mindset that, again, are a cheap date like me, will feel like, well, they want to probably feel good. So let me just, try to now start throwing on the hints that, it's time to fuck after we leave this restaurant, even to the extent if they didn't even ask you to go to their house or whatever, you trying to do something freaky deaky in the car. Y'all don't see me at a graveyard site in the nighttime, or you try to set it up like, being in the sense of, well, I'm gonna be romantic, so I'll invite them over to my house next for dinner, and then I'll give up that ass because of the fact that I felt like I was supposed to, have done that before, because I feel obligated because the dinner was expensive, and then it came with roses, and they gave me a nice little piece of jewelry, or whatever the case may have been that they gave you, of some showerings of any type of gift of any sort, and you felt like, now I owe you. You don't owe nobody anything at all. If somebody does something for you, you have to put it in your mind, not the back of your mind, but in the front of your mind, the sides, all over your head, that this was given to me because you know what, motherfucker, I deserve it. I deserve this motherfucking porterhouse steak dinner. I deserve these fucking flowers. Why? Because I'm beautiful. Why? Because it was a nice gesture, and it was a nice sweet hint of, somebody feeling that they wanted to go out their way to make me feel special. It never had entailed anything that said that I have to put out because of the fact that I was given dinner and gifts, or just a gift at random that I have to turn around and find something to buy you. Now, the thing about it is, we always remember where we come from. If someone wants to bring it and throw it back up in your face and be like, well, remember that time? If they're that type of person, then you already know you're dealing with a clown ass person in the first place. Nobody would ever try to stress the issue of what they did for you in the past. They would never. They would be the person to do it because they wanted to. Yes. You can make suggestions if somebody asks you about something you like, or what would you like for your birthday, or have you been looking at anything special? You can always give suggestions. You can always, make that a part of a conversation. But let alone, it's not the simple fact either that you want to show that you're in for the taking when it comes to just money, because everybody's not just trying to hit everybody up and be with somebody because of what their pockets hold. A lot of people, especially in my generation, are looking to build with other people, with both pockets being invested within each other. That's what makes the dream work, the team work. But you can also, again, if you feel some kind of way that, they were really, when last time we went out, it was pretty expensive. It was, one of those gotta get dressed in your best and, go to the restaurant and stuff, then you know what? If you know how your personality is set up, I'm quirky, I'm resourceful. I'm one of those people that will set up a grilled dinner, for the backyard on, my little patio area, and, have wine or drinks that I made courtesy of my hands, because I'm the best fucking mixologist and I know how to make drinks because I'm certified, and I was plugging myself in case you needed a bartender when shit lifts and gets better. I'm 17 years in, call your girl. But other than that, I was just saying, I know how to be creative. I'm a fucking creative. I create content. I tell you all everything that I desire, even throughout my episodes. Some things I say is very subliminal. It's just about you knowing who I really am, to know if that was reading in between the lines and that you knew what I was basically saying, what I was hinting towards. But I just want to say, as to spread a message today, because this is what this episode was all about, is one, take the gift, take it. And the thing is, if you are entertaining conversation and company by this person that decided to invite you out and to take you out, then appreciate the company and let them know you appreciate what they did for you. But other than that, just basically remember to mark my words. You have to be grateful, and you just basically show your respect. And from your respect of everything, that you appreciate what has been given. You can always return the same respect by doing something different. And it doesn't always have to mean that you got to come out of your pockets and be broke to do it. But just mark my words, ladies and gentlemen, because I know y'all get pulled in trick bags as well, where you be like, damn, this lady was all over me and she wanted me to put out. I couldn't get my dick hard. And then it was just like, it was too aggressive. I do understand your pain. I'm sure you go through lots of painful situations like that. As I say that with sarcasm dripping from my lips, I doubt it. But other than that, I just want you guys to know that you are worthy and you are basically, again, a person that is deserving. And that's what I have for you today. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Again, if you haven't caught the last episode from last week, make sure to do that. I have my YouTube. Again, I got the YouTube live. I have my Saturday Spotlight editions, which is where I have interviews with guests every Saturday. And I'm continuing to keep booking people, and I'm excited about it. All the guests I have coming up, especially for June. Gay Pride's around the corner. Gay Pride Month is in June. June is pretty much almost here. We got one more week and some change, and then there it is. Bada bing, bada boom. But other than that, leave a little comment. Let me know if you enjoyed the show. Make sure you share it with somebody else that might need this message. You make sure that you take heed to the message, and I will talk to you all again next week. Have a great weekend, you all, and stay safe. Bye.